The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from Mexico City. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys. Two-time Pro Bowler.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott now. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Darnay Holmes, the one to bring him down. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Brand, that's just not right. You throw it over the middle into all that coverage, and the tip ball goes your way.
Dangerous, but hey, I guess the outcome worked, right?
Oh, boy, did it ever. And, boy, that's the type of play that can give a team a lot of momentum.
Draw play, Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we?
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Giants are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
That's complete to the tight end, Akins. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. A final shot before break. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Here's Jones. A final shot before break. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So we've hit halftime in what was obviously a very fast-moving first half of play. As we send you up to Orlando to check. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, 3rd quarter. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have 1 half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the 2nd half.
On 2nd and 9, Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
New York ready to go again offensively. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the plan.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
We've been at enough practices, and how many times have we stood on the sidelines and a unit goes out to kick a field goal and hear a special teams coach say, make sure you protect. First thing, protect. And here they give up a block.
Yeah, especially in a tight game like this, tied second half, this is when execution is so key.
They go over everything in the huddle. The last thing you're going to hear everywhere, make sure you protect. That didn't get done.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Powering forward. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So both teams scoreless here as we're through 3 quarters of play. Back now in Mexico City, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Again, it's Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a quarterback blitzing and run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. To throw, Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us a ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game.
After review of the play,
overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Second down, here's Barkley again. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer or even pick up the first down if they can. It's 3rd down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. It's Barkley on the counter. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know
he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
And how about that? So many times the big play is what does it in overtime. They got one there, move the ball past midfield, and now you know they're on the move, looking to score the game-winning touchdown because a field goal won't finish the game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And down to the 36-yard line here. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
10th carry now for Elliott. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Seemed like Dak certainly made the right read there to hand it off to Zeke.
When you have those two in the backfield, Dak Prescott at quarterback, Ezekiel Elliott at running back, you've got a symbiotic, synergistic relationship that puts a lot of defenses and a lot of stress.
I got to tell you, I've never heard synergistic before, but I guess that works, right?
It does on this game.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Running wide side, Elliott. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. 1 overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get him a lead here. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point. Oh, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0, zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent, and how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.